AC unit in, but now we are ready to do the wiring. And then after that, we'll be putting in the vents and the control panel. The dash, the interior, is still fully taken out, so it'll be exciting to get all of the components in there so we can get the interior back together. But today is the wiring of the Vintage Air System. And to begin, the first step is to enlarge the mounting hole and remove the circuit breaker, and then attach the relay to the back of the dash bracket.
So we're gonna get this wire harness installed. We got the relay mounted on the heater box. So the next step is to run this blue wire through the firewall and to the switch on the dryer. Okay, so we got the wire ran. The next step is we're gonna zip tie it nice and tidy to the smaller, the number 6 line, and then run it up to the switch, and then we'll put a terminal on it and get that connected. And then we'll move on, I believe, to taking the other side of that switch and running it to the AC compressor. So now we have to make the connection. We're gonna put this terminal on here. And the other side goes to the compressor to turn the clutch on. We got the heater valve installed right here. That's real easy. Just a 5-inch section of 5/8 hose, a couple clamps, and then you shove the wire through the firewall grommet. And then we ran the compressor wire from here, a little not shrink wrap, but some like conduit on it, and it's wired up. So everything under the hood, as far as that goes, is done. I still have to run the 5/8 heater line to there, but I realize that the water pump is a 3/4 inch outlet, so a 5/8 hose will not fit over that, so I got to get one of those and make that work. And we're going to connect the heater control valve harness plug to the heater control valve plug. So that's this little extension harness here. And I guess that will plug into the part that goes through the firewall to the 5/8 heater hose. Make that connection. Now the ground eyelet of the heater control valve wiring harness needs to be connected to a suitable ground, which on a Corvette is never any fun. So I guess that'd be here, and we have some metal here. And it looks like it's being used as a ground for other parts of the car. Now we need to connect the heater control valve harness to the main wiring harness. So, is it this? I guess this runs up to this guy. connected. Next step is to connect the blower motor connector to the main harness connector. Looks like a blower motor connector. And this looks like some heavy duty blower motor wires. Look at these guys plugged in. Connect the main wiring harness to the ECU. So now we're gonna get the power wire connected to the battery. So I think we lift that up, drill a hole in it, drill a hole through there. Then we'll mount the circuit breaker somewhere over here. So the instructions say we have to get these wires here, down the tunnel, across and into the battery box. Does not look like it's gonna be too terrible. We can easily drill through here to get into the battery box. And then we have the 40 and the 54-inch piece of red wire over there all ready to go. So we need to cut the terminals off of this end, and then they supply the splice that we're gonna use to connect that 54-inch red wire. Then we're gonna run that to the circuit breaker, which we're gonna mount in the battery box. I'm gonna bring it in here. We'll probably mount it, I guess, on this back side, maybe over here. I don't want it to be too hard to get to the battery, so. And this side has this thing on it, so maybe we'll mount it over here. Stick it into the tire. Hopefully not. Look under here. Oh, is that a hole? Oh, it is. And we'll just enlarge that hole. So we got to wire the two grounds together, put an eyelet on it, and then cut the single red wire. We need to finish terminating a couple wires here for the heater control system, and then we're going to start putting the dash back in. We're just going to route that around, and we will connect that to the negative battery terminal when the time comes.
We're also installing a Holley Sniper.
Yeah, fuel injection system also. So we'll have to run a couple more wires, but I'd like to get some of this tidied up before we start on that. Because I know we can at least get the dash and the steering column in. maybe take it for a drive before we start on the fuel injection, just to see what it's like.